Hello, my friends. It's Michelle from michelesinkitstampit, and thank you for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. I can't tell you how much. So, okay, we're working on our journal. I think I have figured out how I'm going to do the cover, but we'll do that, save that for the end or a later video. So I had told you about some, putting in tuck spots. And I don't know if I have a color that'll work, but I was at the, oh, that should work on there. I was at the hardware store, and I was walking by the paint chips, and I thought, oh, I'll just grab some. And they had these little rounded edge ones that were cute. I liked them. So I thought, oh, you know what? Those would make great tuck spots. I'm always forever saying, don't look at things for what they are. Look at them for what they could be. So let me get my little trimmer here. And I'll probably have to look for a couple more colors, but this one, it happens to be Tide Pool Wonder M333, and it is a Valspar. Make it tranquil. Oh, here, I'll give you this if you want to take a screenshot of the color. And this is the color, and it's gorgeous. I really do like it. So we're going to, let's see, I think I'll turn it this way so I know. I probably want, that's pretty big. Let's go to 1 3/4 inches there. Okay. So now I have this cool blue square that I can do other things with, and I'll show you what I can do with that. So here, what I'm going to do is just put it at the bottom. So now anything I want to keep in here, I can keep in here, and it won't fall out. Hopefully. Depends on how I get it glued. So you're just going to glue the one end, the bottom end. And I did kind of get quite a bit because I was thinking the glue wouldn't come out because you know how that goes. So what I'm going to do is take my finger and run it this way. Take some of that off. And then I'm going to put this at the bottom. There. And just rub that on my, I'll either let it dry if I put it on my hand, or I just rub it off and it comes right up. Okay, so we have that. So now I don't want to put anything in there just yet because that glue won't be dry, but there was a couple of other things that I wanted to do. So I think I want to put a pocket. Let's do it on this one. Yeah, let's look some more here. How's everybody doing today? Hope you're all doing well. Put it right there on that. So I got out these laces, and I wanted to use a kind of a thicker piece or bigger piece, or however you want to say it. Let's see. I think I've got some there. Let's see what that is. This isn't thin enough. Oh, this piece might work perfectly right here. So piece like that. So this I can glue right there. Excuse me. So I'm going to get my Beacon 3-in-1. I love this for gluing fabric to paper. You can use it for a lot of different things. Just don't let a lot of air come into your piece. So I'm just going to set this out here and put this not at the edge, but I'm going to just kind of run it up here to basically where that is. You're going to have to put your lid on, and then I'll lift this up and pull this over. There we go. That should give me some pretty good adherence to that. Okay, and then I'm going to kind of dot this throughout the edge. This has a scalloped edge to it, so I'm not going to put it up a little bit higher, and then I can just do a straight line across, which is probably the better way to do it. Okay, and then this went pretty much to the edge of this here, so I'm going to just run that down there. Okay, and then I'm going to use one of my Wonder Clips here, and let me get another one from over here. Okay, so now we have another little pocket. Okay, that's not coming up. We'll cut that in just a minute. So here's a spot where we could, let's see, use one of these. Kind of a little bit of a green one, but not kind of a little bit of a green one. It is pretty dang green, so maybe these two. And I only got the 3 because I wasn't thinking I was going to use them the way I'm using them. So, but I do have the blue one here again, which I could just put this here. Oh, let's do that. So I'm only going to put this on the bottom edge. It's funny, my glue is finally coming out really, really good. But okay, so what I do sometimes is just wipe it on my hand to take off the excess. I think that's what I was showing you before, or telling, you know, that's what I meant by it. Okay, so we have that. And the art glitter glue will dry really fast. So we have our tag. So now that will stay right in there. It's not going to slide out of your, it won't slide out of your book, okay? We have that. I probably need to do a little bit more decoration on that. Let me see what I have in here that I can use. Oh, I have that rickrack right there. Where's the top? Square that up. And I think I will just put it along the edge there. Okay, then I can just pull that up. So, lay that upside down. We'll try this. Let me measure that again so I kind of have an idea. Right to the edge there, and right to the point there. Okay. Move this up so you can hopefully see that a little bit better. And I'm going to put my glue, I'll just tap along here so it can follow. And hopefully I see the right one that it went to. How that goes. Sometimes a little bit squirts out the cap, but I just pull that off and throw that away. Oh, let me see. Maybe this will help. Sorry, I should have done that before. I could see fine, so I was just okay. Go to the edge there, fold that down, and then I'll just pull this up and cut right along that edge, hopefully. That's like plans, right? I'm not going to keep that, I don't think, because I do have enough stuff. Okay, I'll put that back in my bag here. Let's see what else we got. Well, this has the doilies on it, so we could put a little bit of lace across that. Let's see, I have this white lace here. Let's use this littler one. That won't show much, but it's okay because it doesn't need to. Put that pin back in there before I lose it. just do a light bead. Just a little string going on because I didn't want it to come out too much. And let's see. Okay, I think that was the way. Okay, I have these things that I got at the dollar store, the finger things that are, rub that across there. This covers my paper piercer, that little finger thing, so it does, so I don't poke myself every time I, there we go. Okay, I like that. I'll probably look for some more decorations on that, but let's see what else we could do glue-wise. This is probably dry by now, so let's do that. Okay, that puts at the edge. That seems to be glued down pretty good. We did this, that should be fine by now. So no matter what you tuck in there, it'll stay. We did the rickrack on that. We did a little lace on here. I don't know that I want to close that yet, but let's see what else we got here that we can oh, we haven't, this is going to be a, I think I showed you this when I was putting more papers in. It was fit perfectly in there for gardenia and geranium. Okay, let's go back over here. So this is a paper clip, or it'll be a hidden paper clip. So let me do this. I think I had a little piece of paper over here I could use. Okay, so I'm just going to fold this, put the paper clip over the top of it, and then I guess I'll leave it that way. I'm going to cut this right across there. See, let's cut these edges. And I'm just clipping the edges a little bit so when you slide stuff up there it doesn't get caught on it as easy. And then we're going to do both sides with the glue. And then I'm just going to tuck that up here and let that glue all the way down. I think I'll put another paper clip over the top of it just so it holds it for a bit. And then we'll add some decorations to that. I had this butterfly that I had cut out a long time ago and I thought, oh, that'll be really cute and kind of go along with the paper. Let's see, I've got this little blue cut off a hunk of this, and I think we could put it in the background there. I'll just cut this. This was a whole piece, you know, long, so I think I'm going to just kind of trim out along this for now and see what all we can use with it. Maybe I'll do that. Glue that down. Let's hang that off a little bit on the bottom. Let me look and see what else I have over here. Get the little magic box. Has a little bit of everything in it. Let's see. know I have some color labels, so let's look for those. I might be able to find something in this. Set the little back. Oh, you know what? A stamp might be cute too, and I probably got a lot of different colors in those stamps. And that was my phone, sorry, not yours. Don't want you to have to look at your phone. Let's look up here and see. A 3-set stamp, and that has some blue on it. I might be able to put that up there at the edge. Okay, let's do that. Like that, and I like that one. So let's get those two out and we'll play with those. I was at an estate sale. I think I showed you all the ones that I had gotten in a different video, and yeah, they were stamp collectors. So old stamps through 4 cents. Okay, put this back in there. There we go. Try to get that glue stuck down in there so when we stick something up there it'll hold to the... I think that'll work. I'll show you here in just a minute. Let's see, I have this. So when you put it over your page and you slip this up, it'll hold onto your page and stick on there. So, and then the paper clip's hidden so you don't have too much to showing. Okay, so if we did this, did that up there, we can do it off to the center, and then this goes this way, and we can hang it off a little bit on each side. And then the butterfly, let's do that. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of tap on the back of this design here and up these leaves. That'll kind of just get us started. And that way I can kind of glue over the this. I'm going to put some glue on. I want that to kind of go under there and to the edge. And then this one, do you have to wait for the glue to come back down into the tip? Okay, and then we'll put this down here so it's not right at the edge. And then our little butterfly. I don't want to shake it. I don't shake it back and forth because then you get bubbles in there which causes air to go in. And then your glue gets really, really thick. This glue does anyway. The Fabri-Tac which is also a Beacon 3-in-1 product. A Beacon product rather. Okay, and then now I can put this down. And I just try to tap it onto the thicker parts. Yeah, that's right. I'm cutting that part off. Or I'm going to leave it on. I'm not sure which. Oops. Okay. So let's do that. I'll wipe it off of here real fast. If you just rub it and roll it, it'll come right off. I don't want to flip it around to the other side because then it's on the back side of that. And I meant to leave this. I don't think I'm gonna. Let's let that dry before I put it on. Okay, I'm gonna put this back in here with this. Now I'll have them all over the place. Well, that's okay. Let's see. I just put something in there that I saw that might work well with this side. Sometimes I print these up on sticker paper, which I think that is, yeah. Oh yeah, let's just stick it to the glue. They're doing so well today. Well, no, I don't like that, but I don't mind this. That'll look like a little envelope, huh? Let's do that. Let's see, do I want to put that on there? Let me get my, if I can find my glue page. Okay, let's try to get that in the middle. I like that. Turn it over this way and I'll cut it off. That'll be easier. Okay. There we go. And then this one. Okay, that's cute. It looks like a little envelope. That's going to be up there. Okay, let me get that. Yeah. All right, let's cut that off now. Get that out of the way. I'll have to get my scissors to my husband so he can go down there and now that I have that cut off straight, let's cut this one off. That'll look maybe a little better. Okay. All right, let's put this back. Okay. And I don't know if we had a place for this. It was on a page, huh? But what page? Well, that's another story. Oh, I think it was there because I had that. I remember talking about the gardenia. So now you just flip it over your page. And we have our little gardenia. This is gardenia. It talks about a gardenia and a geranium. And then that, oh, and it has the pink that matches that. I didn't even do that on purpose, so. Well, let's see. I think we're good on the rest of it for now. So I think that's going to be it for this video, and then I'll come back and we'll work on that cover. Okay. So thank you for joining me. I'll put a video. Please like and subscribe. Share with a friend if you don't mind. I would greatly appreciate that too. And over here I'll put a video you might be interested in. So hopefully I'll see you soon if I can get it turned.